गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीना उपमस्त्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेर्वाजनीवती धीनामवित्र्यवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
ॐ मेधा देवी जुषमाना न आगात् विश्वाजी भद्रा सुमनस्य माना त्वया जुष्टानुदमाना दुरुक्तान् बृहद्वदेम विदते सुवीरा त्वया जुष्टऋषिर्भवति देवि त्वया ब्रह्मा गता श्रीरुत त्वया जुष्टश्चित्रं विन्दते वसु सानो जुषस्पत्र विनो न मेदे मेधां म इन्द्रो ददातु मेधां देवी सरस्वती मेधां मे अश्विना उभावदत्तां पुष्करस्रजा अप्सरासु च या मेधा गन्धर्वेषु च यन्मनः दैवी मेधा सरस्वती सा मां मेधासुरभिर्जुषतागस्वा आमां मेधासुरभिर्विश्वरूप हिरण्यवर्णः जगति जगम्या ऊर्जस्वती पयसा पिन्वमाना सा मां मेधासु प्रतीकजुसन्तां महि मेधां महि प्रजां मय्यग्निस्तेजो ददातु महि मेधां महि प्रजां मयीन्द्र इन्द्रियं ददातु महि मेधां महि प्रजां महि सूर्यो प्राजो ददातु हंसाय विद्महे परमहंसाय धीमहि तन्नो हंस प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. I offer my most humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Lord and Savior, Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. Om Shri Sai Ram, dear embodiments of love. Welcome to the Durban Regional GDS, hosted by Clare State Sai Center, this Sunday, the 11th of July, 2021. Our gratitude to Bhagavan for allowing us to host this morning's satsang, to our participants from Clare State Sai Center, to our technical team for compiling this program, and to you, our devotees, for joining us this morning. This month, we commemorate the festival of Guru Purnima, one of the most significant celebrations in the Sai calendar. We are immensely fortunate to have Swami as our Guru, guiding and guarding us. Let us hold onto his divine lotus feet, that he may dispel the darkness of ignorance. Please join in the chorus as we begin. Stay safe, stay well, stay blessed. Jai Sai Ram.
ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति
जय गणेश पाहि मां श्री गणेश रक्ष माम् जय गणेश पाहि मां श्री गणेश रक्ष माम् जय गणेश रक्ष माम् जय गणेश रक्ष माम् लंबोदर गौरी सुत जय गणेश पाहि माम् लंबोदर गौरी सुत जय गणेश पाहि माम् मंगलकर संकट हर जय गणेश रक्ष माम् मंगलकर संकट हर जय गणेश रक्ष माम् जय गणेश रक्ष माम् जय गणेश रक्ष माम् जय गणेश पाहि मां श्री गणेश रक्ष माम् जय गणेश रक्ष माम् लंबोदर गौरी सुत जय गणेश पाहि माम् मंगलकर संकट हर जय गणेश रक्ष माम् जय गणेश रक्ष माम् जय गणेश रक्ष माम् जय गणेश पाहि मां श्री गणेश रक्ष माम् गुरु बाबा गुरु बाबा गुरु बाबा गुरु बाबा शरण नमोस्तुते गुरु बाबा शरण नमोस्तुते गुरु बाबा वेद्यादायक गुरु बाबा वेद्यादायक गुरु बाबा शांत स्वरूपा गुरु बाबा शांत स्वरूपा गुरु बाबा गुरुवर गुरुवर गुरु बाबा
गुरुवर गुरुवर गुरु बाबा गुरु बाबा गुरु बाबा शरण नमोस्तुते गुरु बाबा विद्यादायक गुरु बाबा शांत स्वरूपा गुरु बाबा गुरुवर गुरुवर गुरु बाबा गुरुवर गुरुवर गुरु बाबा गुरु बाबा गुरु बाबा सत्यस्वरूपिणी मां साई प्रेम स्वरूपिणी मां सत्यस्वरूपिणी मां साई प्रेम स्वरूपिणी मां परमानन्ददायिनि हृदय निवासिनि पति निवासिनि मां परमानन्ददायिनि हृदय निवासिनि पति निवासिनि मां विघ्नविनाशिनि भवभयहारिणि कलिकपालिनि मां विघ्नविनाशिनि भवभयहारिणि कलिकपालिनि मां हे त्रिभुवनपालिनि मङ्गलकारिणि मोक्षप्रदायिनि मां हे त्रिभुवनपालिनि मङ्गलकारिणि मोक्षप्रदायिनि मां परमानन्ददायिनि हृदय निवासिनि पति निवासिनि मां परमानन्ददायिनि हृदय निवासिनि पति निवासिनि मां सत्यस्वरूपिणी मां साई प्रेम स्वरूपिणी मां परमानन्ददायिनि हृदय निवासिनि पति निवासिनि मां विघ्नविनाशिनि भवभयहारिणि कालिकपालिनि मां हे त्रिभुवनपालिनि मङ्गलकारिणि मोक्षप्रदायिनि मां परमानन्ददायिनि हृदयनिवासिनि पर्दिनिवासिनि मां परमानन्ददायिनि हृदयनिवासिनि पर्दिनिवासिनि मां सत्यस्वरूपिणि मां साई प्रेम स्वरूपिणि मां
शिव शम्भो हर हर शम्भो शिव शम्भो हर हर शम्भो भवनाशा कैलासनिवासा भवनाशा कैलासनिवासा शिव शम्भो हर हर शम्भो पार्वतीपते हरे पशुपते पार्वतीपते हरे पशुपते गंगाधरा हर गौरीपते गंगाधरा हर गौरीपते शिव शम्भो हर हर शम्भो भवनाशा कैलासनिवासा पार्वतीपते हरे पशुपते गंगाधरा हर गौरीपते गंगाधरा हर गौरीपते शिव शम्भो हर हर शम्भो
पुण्य नाम पवित्र नाम राम नाम साई राम पुण्य नाम पवित्र नाम राम नाम साई राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम मधुर नाम साई राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम मधुर नाम साई राम पुण्य नाम पवित्र नाम राम नाम साई राम करुण सिंधु सीताराम दीन बंधु राधेश्याम करुण सिंधु सीताराम दीन बंधु राधेश्याम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम मधुर नाम साई राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम मधुर नाम साई राम पुण्य नाम पवित्र नाम राम नाम साई राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम मधुर नाम साई राम पुण्य नाम पवित्र नाम राम नाम साई राम। करुणा सिंधु सीताराम दीन बंधु राधेश्याम। हरे कृष्ण हरे राम मधुर नाम साई राम। हरे कृष्ण हरे राम मधुर नाम साई राम। पुण्य नाम पवित्र नाम राम नाम साई राम।
जय दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती साई जगन्माता। जय दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती साई जगन्माता। साई जगन्माता मम पाहि 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 जगन्माता। जय दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती साई जगन्माता। साई जगन्माता मम पाहि जगन्माता। साई जगन्माता मम पाहि जगन्माता। साई जगन्माता मम पाहि जगन्माता। जय दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती साई जगन्माता।
देवी भवानी माँ जय साई भवानी माँ। देवी भवानी माँ जय साई भवानी माँ। दया करो साई माँ कृपा करो साई माँ। दया करो साई माँ कृपा करो साई माँ। जय माँ जय माँ जय देवी भवानी माँ। जय माँ जय माँ जय देवी भवानी माँ। जय पर्तिनिवासिनि मां जय साई भवानी मां जय पर्तिनिवासिनि मां जय साई भवानी मां देवी भवानी मां जय साई भवानी मां दया करो साई मां कृपा करो साई मां जय मां जय मां जय देवी भवानी मां जय पर्तिनिवासिनि मां जय साई भवानी मां जय पर्तिनिवासिनि मां जय साई भवानी मां देवी भवानी मां जय साई भवानी मां
राम राम भजो मन हरे हरे राम राम भजो मन हरे हरे साई राम भजो मन हरे हरे साई राम भजो मन हरे हरे राम राम भजो मन हरे हरे रघुपति राजा राम राम रघुपति राजा राम राम पतित पावन सीताराम पतित पावन सीताराम साई राम भजो मन हरे हरे साई राम भजो मन हरे हरे साई राम भजो मन हरे हरे राम राम भजो मन हरे हरे साई राम भजो मन हरे हरे राम राम भजो मन हरे हरे रघुपति राजा राम राम पतित पावन सीताराम। साई राम भज मन हरे हरे। साई राम भज मन हरे हरे। साई राम भज मन हरे हरे। राम राम भज मन हरे हरे।
शिव शिव शम्भो ताण्डव प्रियकर। शिव शिव शम्भो ताण्डव प्रियकर। भव भव भैरव भवानी शङ्कर। भव भव भैरव भवानी शङ्कर। शिव शिव शम्भो ताण्डव प्रियकर। हर हर बम बम बोल महेश्वर। हर हर बम बम बोल महेश्वर। डम डम डमरू नचन मनोहर। ढम ढम डमरू नचन मनोहर। सत्यं शिवं साई सुन्दरम्। सत्यं शिवं साई सुन्दरम्। शिव शिव शम्भो ताण्डव प्रियकर। भव भव भैरव भवानी शङ्कर। शिव शिव शम्भो ताण्डव प्रियकर। हर हर बम बम बोलो महेश्वर। डम डम डमरू नचन मनोहर। सत्यं शिवं साई सुन्दरम्। सत्यं शिवं साई सुन्दरम्। शिव शिव शम्भो ताण्डव प्रियकर।
हरे राम हरे राम कृष्ण हरे राम। हरे राम हरे राम कृष्ण हरे राम। गोपाल मीरा के श्याम बोलो राम बोलो श्याम बोलो साई घनश्याम बोलो राम बोलो श्याम बोलो साई घनश्याम हरे राम कृष्ण हरे राम मुकुंद माधव श्री साई राम हरे राम हरे राम कृष्ण हरे राम गोविंद गोपाल राधा कृष्ण गिरिधर गोपाल मीरा के श्याम बोलो राम बोलो श्याम बोलो साई घनश्याम बोलो राम बोलो श्याम बोलो साई घनश्याम हरे राम कृष्ण हरे राम रास विनोदानंद लाला रास विनोदानंद लाला राधा माधव नंद लाला राधा माधव नंद लाला रास विनोदानंद लाला नंद किशोरानंद लाला नंद किशोरानंद लाला नवनीत चोरानंद लाला साई नवनीत चोरानंद लाला रास विनोदानंद लाला राधा माधव नंद लाला रास विनोदानंद लाला नंद किशोरानंद लाला नवनीत चोरानंद लाला साई नवनीत चोरानंद लाला नंद लाला साई नंद लाला नंद लाला साई नंद लाला नंद लाला साई नंद लाला रास विनोदानंद लाला
राम कृष्ण वासुदेव नारायण हरि हरि राम कृष्ण वासुदेव नारायण हरि हरि विश्वरूप वासुदेव नारायण हरि हरि विश्वरूप वासुदेव नारायण हरि हरि नारायण हरि हरि ओम नारायण हरि हरि नारायण हरि हरि ओम नारायण हरि हरि विश्वरूप वासुदेव नारायण हरि हरि विश्वरूप वासुदेव नारायण हरि हरि राम कृष्ण वासुदेव नारायण हरि हरि विश्वरूप वासुदेव नारायण हरि हरि नारायण हरि हरि ओम नारायण हरि हरि विश्वरूप वासुदेव नारायण हरि हरि विश्वरूप वासुदेव नारायण हरि हरि राम कृष्ण वासुदेव नारायण हरि हरि
जय साई राम जय साई राम जय साई राम जय साई राम बोलो जय साई राम जय जय राम बोलो जय साई राम जय जय राम अनाथ रक्षक साई राम अनाथ रक्षक साई राम आपात बांधव साई राम आपात बांधव साई राम प्रेम स्वरूप साई राम प्रेम स्वरूप साई राम प्रेमावतारा साई राम प्रेमावतारा साई राम जय साई राम जय साई राम बोलो जय साई राम जय जय राम बोलो जय साई राम जय जय राम अनाथ रक्षक साई राम आपात बांधव साई राम प्रेम स्वरूप साई राम प्रेमावतारा साई राम प्रेमावतारा साई राम जय साई राम जय साई राम
सुब्रह्मण्यम सुब्रह्मण्यम षण्मुखनाथ सुब्रह्मण्यम 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 षण्मुखनाथ सुब्रह्मण्यम Subramanyam Subramanyam Sainatha Subramanyam 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 Sainatha Subramanyam Shiva 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 Subramanyam Hara 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 Subramanyam Shiva 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 Subramanyam Hara 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 Subramanyam Shiva Shiva Hara Hara Subramanyam Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Subramanyam Shiva Shiva Hara Hara Subramanyam Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Subramanyam Shiva Saravana Bhava Subramanyam Guru Saravana Bhava Subramanyam Shiva Saravana Bhava Subramanyam Guru Saravana Bhava Subramanyam Shiva Shiva Hara Hara Subramanyam Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Subramanyam Shiva Shiva Hara Hara Subramanyam Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Subramanyam 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 Shamukanatha Subramanyam 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 Sainatha Subramanyam Shiva 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 Subramanyam Hara 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 Subramanyam Shiva Shiva Hara Hara Subramanyam Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Subramanyam Shiva Saravana Bhava Subramanyam Guru Saravana Bhava Subramanyam Shiva Shiva Hara Hara Subramanyam Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Subramanyam Shiva Shiva Hara Hara Subramanyam Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Subramanyam 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 Shamukanatha Subramanyam Om Subramanyam Subramanyam Shanmukanatha Subramanyam 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 Sainatha Subramanyam
असतो मा सद्गमया तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमया मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमया ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
Humble pranams at the lotus feet of our Divine Lord, Sri Satya Sai Baba. Om Sai Ram, dear brothers and sisters. My discourse today is based on the sacred observance of Guru Purnima. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurudeva Namaha. Guru is Brahma, Guru is Vishnu, Guru is Maheshwara. Guru is verily the Supreme Brahman, so salutations to the Guru. Who is the Guru? This shloka states that the Guru is Brahma the creator, Vishnu the sustainer, and Maheshwara the destroyer. These are the different facets of God, and hence Guru means God. Purnama is the day on which the spotlessly clean and unblemished moon shines its cool and steady light onto the world. What is it that you are supposed to know on this day of Guru Purnima? Swami says that as much as we pay reverence to all the Gurus in our lives on this auspicious day, we must also understand that God is in you, with you, around you, above you, and below you. In fact, you are God. Swami says that one's own heart is one's Guru. As Sai aspirants, we have to look beyond the surface and deep within ourselves to banish any darkness that hides the truth of who we truly are. The best way to do this and to experience Swami is through selfless love. Selfless love is the love that thinks of others and not of one's own self. If you develop faith in God, you can develop selfless love. When in his physical form, we were identified as devotees of Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba, who taught truth, righteousness, peace, love, and non-violence. As Swami is no longer in the physical body, there is a greater responsibility on our shoulders to conduct ourselves in an ideal and exemplary way. Now, Swami must be known because of us. Looking at the way we conduct our lives, people should recognize who our Lord is. But how do we get to this point? It starts with removing the I from our way of thinking. The entire world is based on the concept of I. So long as this I principle exists in us, we will be involved with the outside world. And as long as the world exists in your experience, you will not be free from sorrow and misery. During deep sleep, you do not have thoughts of I and mine. Once the I thought disappears, there is no longer any world for you. And when there's no world, there's no sorrow. Therefore, eradicate the cause of sorrow by relinquishing the feeling of I and mine, and Ananda in unending bliss will be yours. What does being in Ananda mean? Is it related to the possession of health or wealth or power? There are many people in the world who have lots of wealth. And aren't there many also who are blessed with good health? And many more who wield power. But do all of them enjoy real happiness? No. What is the reason for this? The reason is that so long as anyone still has the thought of I and all the desires that go with it, he is unable to manifest true joy. When thirsty animals see a mirage, they run to it to quench their thirst. But they cannot find water there, so they get exhausted and perish. In the same way, man seeks happiness in the objects of the senses and runs after them. But he cannot find the inexhaustible springs of Ananda there, so he gets exhausted and dies in a most futile and pitiful way. The moment you free yourself from the thought of I, you become God itself. It has been said, Brahma Satyam Jagat Mityam, that God is real and the world is unreal. If you want to understand the nature of the world, you must first make an effort to find out who you are. The moment you find out your own truth, you are able to understand the world. One of the great sayings of the Vedas, which you are instructed to repeat and meditate on, is Aham Brahmasmi, which means I am Brahman, I am God. In this saying, you use the word I before the word God. Where did this I come from? What is its meaning? Is it the same I that you use countless times throughout the day to refer to yourself? No, that personal I is not what is meant in the statement I am God. Beyond the personal I, which is the I thought, there is another I which stands behind it, the true I. That I is your true nature and is the meaning of I in I am God. This true I is not just there when you repeat Vedic sayings. It is behind every I that you use. Suppose you say, I am a man. Here, standing behind the subjective I, there is the true I, which is your natural state and your unchanging truth. The word man is the feeling of limitation you impose on that truth. The true I is always full in itself. It is complete and unlimited. The I thought can be compared to a river bounded by name and form. Once it merges into the limitless ocean, it loses its name and form and all of its limitations. Before that, it had a separate identity as a river. But once it merges to become the ocean, it becomes part of that unlimited divinity. In the same way, when you remove the I thought, you as the limited man merge with the unlimited ocean of divinity, and the entity called man disappears. What is the origin of the I thought? The I thought takes its origin from the Atma, the true I, the one eternal self. From the one self arises this thought of I, and out of this I thought, all the rest of the mind takes form. In truth, the I thought and the mind belong to the self. They are both just aspects of the self. Consider a cloth which has been made into a handkerchief. Its basis is cotton, which does not have any specific form. It may be considered as pure and unlimited. From this cotton has come the threads. By joining the threads together, a cloth has emerged. In the same way, from the pure and unlimited Atma, the I thought has emerged. From this in turn has come the mind. Therefore, your mind and the I have both originated from the pure unlimited divinity of your true self. You should be clear about the distinction between the I thought and the impersonal immortal self. The I thought takes birth and grows. For a time, it comes into this world and is associated with the body. Then it disappears. But for the self, there is no birth, no growth, no death, no coming, no going. Once you recognize the truth from the one unlimited self, which has emerged the limited I, and from that I, the mind has taken birth, then you will realize your true self and understand the origin of this world and everything in it. Chaitanya or consciousness is all pervasive. The mind takes birth, blossoms forth and shines. With this mind, man tries to analyze and understand the world. But unknown to him, the world is only a reflection of his inner thoughts. All knowledge is inside you. All the beauty you see outside is but an image of the beauty already in your heart. All the research and experiments that you perform in the world are merely reflections of the inner thoughts that are already within you. Make an effort to know who you are and what the deeper meaning of this word I is. When you examine your own truth, you will find the source of life itself. Then the divine flame inside you will blaze, and you will realize the truth that divinity is in your very core. In this, you can be your own guru. If you develop a high level of patience and calmness and remain free from selfishness, the basic truths that are always within you will naturally manifest and shine forth. You must also free yourself from the defects in your vision. Do not try to find fault with creation. This entire creation is saturated in divinity. Today, man uses all his capacity and power of vision to see the outside world, but he does not use his abilities to discover his true self. It is because of the ignorance in his heart that man goes on thinking and worrying about worldly objects and situations, and by diverting his attention only to the manifested world, he suffers disappointment and despair. If you think you can free your mind from worldly thoughts by repeating mantras or engaging in various spiritual exercises, Swami says you are mistaken. It is only when you recognize your own real nature that you will be able to become free of all worries and misery. Once you know yourself, nothing that can happen in this world will be able to touch you or cause you any anxiety. No matter how long you go on experimenting to find out what this manifested world is, you will always come back to the realization that the world of name and form consists of 5 basic elements: space, air, fire, water, and earth. The body, the mind, and the senses are also made up of these same 5 elements. So the senses, composed of the 5 elements, are enjoying the things of the world made up of the 5 elements. Of what avail is that? These limited enjoyments are not real. One day or another, they must come to an end. Names and forms made up of the elements only give rise to other names and forms, which go on changing and finally disintegrate. Aspire for eternal joy that has no end. The Veda declares, Pramevad Prameva Bhavati. Know God and you become God. Once you know the divinity, you realize you are the divinity itself. Then there is lasting joy and fulfillment. That is why Swami has said, it is not enough to merely hear the story of Rama. You must become Rama himself. Brothers and sisters, we must try to reduce our attachment to the world. Be happy and make others happy. Do not hurt anybody. Consider difficulties as passing clouds. You have developed family relationships and they are bound to be worries, but do not be perturbed by them. When you look at the vast sky, you find many clouds. Likewise, in the sky of your heart, there are clouds of attachment, but they must come and they must go. Do not worry about them. What is the shape of worry? It is a mentally created fear. It is the result of your imagination. Every man is bound to encounter difficulties and losses, and we should face these with courage. Swami says that just as you wave away mosquitoes that buzz around you attempting to bite you, brush aside any difficulties that assail you. Do not be depressed by sorrow and sad situations, nor be elated by happiness. Develop equanimity and strive to attain your divinity. Remember, brothers and sisters, spirituality is nothing more than recognizing your own true divine nature. Have a blessed Guru Purnima. Jai Sai Ram.
जय जगदीश
शांति 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 समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।